I mean, I started as a kid from Tranmere coming all the way through, so I know what it's about. And for any of them now, they've got a good opportunity because they're there and they're seeing it, and they're seeing girls around them being moved into the first team. So they know that at some point it's going to happen for them if they keep working hard and keep putting the effort in. And that's what it's about, you know, it's about bringing the younger players through. That's what the whole development team's there for. And to be fair, they're looking probably the best I've seen since I've been at this club, and I've been at this club for a few years. So it's definitely keeping some of our first team players on their toes because they know that they've got girls who can come in and fill places if they're not kind of performing how they should be.
You say you've been at the club for a long time. Tell us a little bit about your journey through at Tranmere then, and how the club has changed. I mean, we could be here for hours talking about how the club's changed over that amount of time, really, couldn't we? But the club has gone through many different phases, hasn't it, and phases. So just tell us a little bit about your journey.
So I started when I was 8. So quite a while ago now. I won't tell you how many years. But yeah, you know, women's football in general changed massively since I started. I mean, it was all boys when I started playing. There wasn't much in terms of girls' local football teams, and Tranmere probably was the only one who you could choose from if you was good enough. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, you only have to look now, and you know, women's football's massive, isn't it? There's girls kicking balls around everywhere you look now. In terms of the club, you know, our young teams, they're right the way through from under 8s all the way through. And it's the development of them. There's a good opportunity. So what we've got to do as a first team now is we've got to kind of go and prove a point now that we can push on and maybe go a little bit higher for some of them younger ones and to look forward to thinking, you know, I don't have to go to bigger clubs and I don't have to go look elsewhere because, you know, Tranmere's where I want to be and Tranmere's are a good like point where they should be.
It is amazing how far the women's game has come in the last 2 or 3 years, quite rightly, and how far Tranmere as a club have come over the last 2 or 3 years as well. And I saw the pictures and the stuff on social media of how you kind of did a joint open day, didn't you? You were alongside the men's team signing autographs and getting photos a few weeks ago, which must have been brilliant for you to be involved in as a player and for you as a manager as well, Sam. And there was some really lovely pictures doing the rounds of, I forget who it was, but there was one little girl who'd had got the new kit with a player's name on the back, hadn't it? And that's just fantastic and must put a smile on your face thinking of just, you know, the impact that you're having already.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's at every training session we have. She's like our number one fan. She doesn't leave us alone, but we love her. She's a great little kid, and I believe she just got through on her trials what she's had for us. So I think she could be one of ours now as well. So I'm sure she's made up about that. But yeah, she honest to God, she's there week in, week out. It doesn't matter what the weather's like. She'll be there at training. She'll be there watching us. She's even come to away games last season as well with her mum. So you know, it's absolutely fantastic to see things like that happening. And as you said, the open day with the men, that was again. I'm a Tranmere fan myself, so for me, it was, you know, it was something else.
How was that open day for you, Sam?
Yeah, mate, it was fantastic. As Lynn said there, to see the support for the women's team as well was it was quite heartwarming, to be honest. You know, and obviously the fact that the players have been involved in that, especially a lot of our younger ones. You know, there's probably an out like that for Lynn's back in the day. So even for some of the older ones as well, you can see, how we said before, how much the game's come on, and hopefully, you know, we can all keep pushing it forward as much as possible because, you know, our players put in just as much effort as any other players anywhere else, and you know, they're good players and they play good football, and they deserve that support and that credit.
So let's just bring it back to this season. Then I think when I spoke to you it was either May or June, Sam, that the P word was mentioned for this season, promotion. Is that the ambition? How achievable is that?
It's the only acceptable answer in it from the manager. It's the only aim. You know, we've said to the players, and the players know that if it's not our aim, we might as well spend our Sunday afternoons doing something else. You know, I could do a bit of gardening, or go for an afternoon tea or something. So we have to go for it. It has to be the aim. I believe we've got the quality to do it. I believe we've got the squad to do it. But talk's cheap, and we've got to go out and deliver on the pitch.
How confident do you think that you are about it being achievable, Lindsay?
As Sam said there, you know, it's the number one. We've got to do it. We talked about it last season. It didn't work out last season. We did get the Cheshire Cup as kind of a bit of a consolation, but you know, that it's got to be done this year for me. It's what you want to do as a player, isn't it? You want to go and play in the higher leagues. We've definitely got the ability in the squad. So it's just about going out and doing it on a Sunday when we play. Not getting too complacent, because the league we're in, anybody can beat anybody on a bad day. So you've got to be at it, and you've got to turn up, and you've got to want to win every Sunday, because otherwise there's no point in being there.